Breaking news, Man United reach agreement with former midfielder to take over at Old Trafford until end of season. I'm reading from Sky Sports, breaking news on Sky Sports. We all know that this is not really like breaking news for me because, or for almost all United fans, because we all knew that Micheal Carrick was the favourite to take over as interim till end of the season. But let's look at it from another angle. If we look at CVs, Social CV and Micheal Carrick's CV, who will you pick? Tell me in the comment section. Like, who will you pick based on CV? Not sentiment here, based on CV. Who will you pick? If you look at both managers, Solskjaer and Micheal Carrick, who are you going to pick? My opinion, I'll go for Solskjaer. Solskjaer is more experienced, and he was able to bring the best out of our attackers. Yeah, when he coached Manchester United for the 2 years, or let me say 3 seasons, the likes of Rashford, Greenwood, what's his name? Cavani. Okay, let me not mention Cavani. Rashford, Greenwood, Anthony Martial. They were able to they scored a lot of goals under Solskjaer. Yeah. So if I was looking at CV, I would have gone for Solskjaer. But Man United have decided to go for Micheal Carrick. But the way they made it look was what was annoying me, what was pissing me off. Like interviews upon interviews. Come on. If you knew you wanted to sack Ruben Amorim, you would have had your interim on ground waiting already. Instead of saying you are going to do interviews upon interviews for an interim. Only God knows the number of weeks you guys will take to hire a permanent manager at the end of the season. Because the interview for the permanent manager is supposed to start now. Like, you should know who you are going for at the end of the season. That's just my opinion. You should know who you are going for, and if you have your short list, you start interviewing them one after the other. Because I know that, but I have this feeling that they are going for maybe. Let me not say I have this feeling. Let me say I know that they will be going for coaches at the end of the World Cup, because a lot of coaches are concentrating on the World Cup now, because there are rumors that they are going to go for the likes of Ancelotti, Tuchel, and others. So Tuchel is already coaching England. Ancelotti is coaching Brazil. So those guys will not even look at Manchester United direction now until after the World Cup. So I feel they'll properly scrutinize their shortlist after the World Cup. But if any manager that is on your shortlist is free now, start interviewing. Just start your interview now. So let me read what we have on Sky Sports here. We have Micheal Carrick has agreed to take over as Man United interim head coach until the summer. United held meetings with both Carrick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but opted for the ex-midfielder. Carrick's first game Carrick's first game in charge is set to be the Manchester derby on Saturday, live on Sky Sports. That's going to be a very tough one for Carrick, because we all know that Guardiola is going for the title, and they will not want to lose ground on Arsenal. Arsenal are like 6 points clear now. Yeah, they will not want to lose ground on Arsenal, so it's going to be a very, very tough game. And I'm not going to really judge Micheal Carrick, because I know that he's just here to the end of the season. My own problem is Ineos. Who are you bringing in at the end of the season? That is my problem. Who are you bringing in at the end of the season? Who is going to be the coach at the end of the season? So Micheal Carrick has reached a verbal agreement with Man United to become interim head coach until the end of season. Negotiations went on late on Monday night. Sky Sports News has been told when all the outstanding issues were ironed out. So the contractual details are now being finalized by lawyers on both sides, and Carrick could sign the paperwork later on Tuesday afternoon. So former Man United midfielder Carrick has now arrived at Carrington training ground to meet with director of football Jason Wilcox. More to follow shortly. What's Carrick's style? Carrick predominantly deployed a 4-2-3-1 formation during his time at Middlesbrough, occasionally reverting to Sir Alex Ferguson's favourite 4-4-2 on 6 occasions. More than 5 times he opted for 3 at the back system. Okay. So they are just talking about his style and all those things. How I look at a coach is adaptation. That is how I rate many coaches. How do you adapt to situations? That's the way I see coaching. It's not all about, everybody is entitled to his own opinion, but the way I look at it, it's not all about, this is my style, I stick to that style. No. the opponents will study you and they will counter that style. So is it that when they now find a solution to your style, is it that you don't have a plan B? That's the way I look at it. You need to be dynamic as a coach. That's the way I look at it. Now they are saying here Carrick plays a predominantly 4-2-3-1. He has opted for a 4-4-2 and he has also played 3 at the back. That's the way me I feel a coach should do. That's the that's the way me I feel a coach should which word will I use? That's the way I feel a coach should deploy his team. Like, okay, guys, if this thing doesn't work, we'll do this one. If this one doesn't work, we switch here. You need to be dynamic. We have to change patterns and styles, formations, so that you confuse the opponents and make the opponents, these guys are too... The opposition manager will not be like, okay, what am I going to... You need to keep the opposition manager guessing, like, okay, what are these guys doing? What are these guys doing? But no, our former coach, Ruben Amorim, was just stuck to his 3-4-3, and a lot of... Like, look at our game against Fulham. Iwobi and Marco Silva were able to dissect our tactics. They were able to tell us, okay, this was what Man United did and this was what we did to counter it. And our coach did not do anything to change it. So that's the way I look at it. So if he comes and he plays 3 at the back, okay, 4 at the back, because a lot of United fans, even I am also guilty of that, way say, no, the 3 will not work. It didn't work. And we're saying that Amorim should change. Okay, Amorim didn't change. Fletcher came, changed it, and still no wins in 2 games. So sometimes I feel it's not about the formation, but how to motivate your players to win. Winning is all that matters. Winning is all that matters. Amorim was not winning games. Let's be sincere. He wasn't winning games that much. So winning is all that matters. Micheal, you just have to win games. If you win games, you are going to calm fans down. Just win games. Win games before... Once you stop... once you're winning games, you see that fans will not even look at your formation. They'll be satisfied that, okay, the coach is winning games. But if you're not winning games, that's when fans will not start looking at, okay, you're not playing this guy, your formation is this, you are too rigid, you are this, you are that. So, Micheal Carrick, that's the only advice I have for you. Just win games. Win games, finish in the top 4, just win games. That's just the way I look at it. And this is what I'm saying about he's very dynamic, he changes formations, he does, but he predominantly plays a 4-2-3-1. So like they are still talking about his style. They said under his management, Middlesbrough recorded league-leading numbers of high turnovers and fast breaks, while also ranking among the top sides for build-up, attacks, and direct attacks. Given this, Carrick is likely to implement a 4-2-3-1 with an aggressive press, combining patient possession-based build-up with frequent switches to long passes and rapid transitions. Okay. That's his style. This was what he implemented at Middlesbrough. But I don't know. I don't care. What I'm just interested in, just win games and make sure you finish high up in the table, high up in the league. If we can get us Champions League, I'll be very, very glad that he has gotten us Champions League. So what I was just saying is that Micheal Carrick, congratulations, welcome back. It's not the first time you're coaching us. You coached us before Ragnick came. You coached us for 3 games. So, and you won 2 and drew 1, yeah? So Micheal Carrick, welcome back. So congratulations, and I hope you do well. Yeah, I know that all fans, I know that you are not going to stay here as the permanent coach, and we are not thinking about that. But these 6 months that you have, just use it to do well, implement your style, do well, win matches, and who knows, you could get a better job after this 6 months. So congratulations to Micheal Carrick. And Ineos, we are watching. We are watching. We want to know the coach you are going to bring this summer. Start your interviews from now. Don't wait till summer first before you start doing your interviews. Start now and let's see who you are going to bring. So, wish you the best, Micheal Carrick.